Guys like Twitch will badger him. Like,
Good evening, Table Warriors, and welcome to another episode of Toil and Trouble. With us, we have our usual group.
Howdy.
Hi, I'm the usual Tucker,
The usual.
playing a druid / rogue, and I think currently I'm hunting some sort of shapeshifter who's doing something nefarious with some penguins.
He's just hungry. He's just hungry. Man's gotta eat.
I'm KDM. I'm playing Lily, just hanging out with giants. Starting a trade route.
Hi. Hey, I'm Ed, and I'm playing Artier, our little bard, and I'm sitting next to a big warm fire.
That's right. Really big, because you guys were in the giant
Yeah, it's
camp.
like at least 3 times my size.
At least. So where we last left off, you guys had made it all the way up to past an angry dragon. You kicked its little butt enough that it left, and then you ran into the trees. And no one's blaming you for that, because that's what I would do. And then you made it up to the frost giant camp, and as it turned out, it didn't seem like any of them were really working with the hag, as far as you could tell anyway. And then Tucker, specifically, found a weird shapeshifter man eating penguins. He's just putting them in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know if he's going to eat them, really, to be fair. He might just be taking them.
Well, is he in the form of a man right now?
He's in the form of a man right now.
I'm a very hairy man.
It's a very hairy man.
Okay, so I'll be like, hello.
And he turns and looks at you. And then he yells something at you. Something very rude. And then turns into... He shapeshifts back into a killer whale and takes his little net and jumps back into the water full of penguins.
I really want to go in after him.
I'm sure that'll go really well. I won't stop you.
I know you won't.
We won't either.
I know they won't.
We don't know where you
They're
are.
like-
You were
So
last
it's
we
like-
saw you were running around as a wolf as we were drinking and eating.
Self-control. I want to ban in the party. I want to ban the party.
Self-control's not here, that's on Tuesdays.
Okay, I'm just gonna go.
I'm so far away, operative.
Oh, self-control.
I'm just.
He's in space.
How far away is he, like, from swimming? Like, I can't see, like, what direction he went in, right?
No, you can't. He's probably like 150 feet out. The penguins are all on like the ice out there in the water.
Okay, he kind of dumped into him.
And he was just like, bye.
I guess I can talk to him. Okay, I'm gonna
I think
go
you
back
did
to.
talk to the penguins though, didn't you? And they
I
were
did.
all like,
I did. Yeah, they're just like, oh, he just comes here when we're afraid. Yeah. No, so I'm just gonna go back to the my snow wolf.
Oh, yeah,
that
your
I- that I
snowman?
made.
Yeah.
My snow wolf, and just sit there and pout and brood and wait for them to
Brood. Okay.
realize that they're not getting anywhere with these giants.
So the next morning.
Yeah, we were saying that.
That's okay. I don't
What are you
mind sleeping
talking about?
outside.
I've got a whole copious amount of notes and plans and trade route question mark. And
So the next morning, you all wake up. You two wake up in a lovely giant's hut. It's very warm and comfortable. You wake up under a foot of snow.
I like it. I like it.
It's fine. It's
Like
cold. It keeps me cold.
It's sobering. It's very
That's
sobering.
it. You know what? That's the thing. You
very
wake up
sobering.
under a foot of snow, but you're fine. Everything's fine. You're all healed up. It's kind of like breezy today. A little uncomfortable, but you know, other than that, it's all right. The giants greet you and offer you some of their giant meals that they're cooking, where they've got like 4 whole moose, and they're cooking. You ever seen how big a moose actually is? Let's not
Yes.
get into that because they're gigantic.
Saw one in person once.
Oh my god. I didn't know, but now I do. And anyway, the giants are eating them.
Had a little baby moose with him. It was cute.
Did you steal it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna steal the baby
I
moose
just
from
need
the
it.
from the mama moose there.
I just
Nope.
need this.
Nope.
So, it's a brand new day. What do you want to do?
guess we need to find Tucker and gather up and head east, right?
We can eat first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll smell food and come wandering back.
So you smell food.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty easy to spot. I'm just kind of like, it's not like the the village is big, but it's not like it's
got
a lot
walls.
of
It's
people.
the irony is that the village is small, but it is not.
Right, right.
Yes, it's small, but also no, it's very big.
It's small
Have
in
big
scale.
walls.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the giants are 18 feet tall.
But I mean, like, there's basically one thoroughfare, and it's just like little
Yeah,
huts.
it's like
So,
one like road.
And I'm just kind of like at the end of one row with a giant wolf snowman sitting at the
just
end. So
over there.
I feel like if you had paid any attention, you'd probably notice me. I'm not exactly.
I don't
hiding.
think we're trying yet. I think we were just
It's
like.
too early for
it's
that.
too
It's
early.
too cold.
It's too cold, it's too early.
Do they have more beer that they're serving with
No,
breakfast?
no.
If they did, they'd probably kill us.
They probably would.
Yeah, probably. You probably shouldn't drink the
Probably.
alcohol.
Maybe I just need to teach them how to make mimosas or something. Bloody Marys.
Where would they get the tomatoes?
That
I don't
trade
know.
route.
If they grow tomatoes.
Out of her cold dead heart? I don't know.
All right, here's a project for you, anybody who's watching. I need you to come up with the correct mathematical formula for how many tomatoes we'd need to make a Bloody Mary for an 18-foot giant. Tell me.
And then if we wanna really like grow tomatoes there, they're just gonna have to science the ever-loving poop out of it.
So tired. Anyway, let's move on. So you eat your breakfast. You have a good time. Tucker, you smell.
I'll join you. I smell it. That's cool. I'll
Okay.
meander
He
and
shows up to get
get
his
some table
breakfast.
scraps. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna starve.
Is he still trying to hide and pretend he's a wolf?
No, I gave that up after the guy who was following me decided he couldn't hide from him.
So you have some breakfast. Ironically enough, it is basically table scraps, but they don't care.
I don't care.
Table scraps for them, for you guys, is like a full meal. So, and you have some delicious mousse, and it's good. So you fill your bellies, and the giants wish you well on your journeys.
And we grab our friends, Grosk and
Oh yeah, Grask and Glamrenith, and they're both excited and ready to move forward.
Yeah. Grass
Except-
is nice and warm right now.
Yeah, Grask is like covered in like blankets. And
making quilts
scarf,
and blankets out of scraps.
and he's got like a hat, and he's just like, all you can see are his little chameleon eyes looking around.
Hey, before we leave though, offhand, like when we're saying bye, hey, do you guys know anything about that? I don't know, that shape-shifting penguin snatcher?
Oh, the weird one out there.
Yeah.
Not really. It doesn't really bother us.
Do you know where he goes?
Must be a cave out there somewhere. Maybe an iceberg, one of the whole icebergs out there. I don't know for sure. We haven't really seen him much, but he's a little weird.
Yeah, I'm familiar with a little weird. A lot of weird. Okay. Ace.
It doesn't bother us.
Whatever. Stay frosty, guys.
That would be easy. So yes, will do.
let's head on out and let's get going.
And also, thanks for not getting hot under the collar with us. We appreciate that too.
It's gonna keep making puns at me. It's gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep hearing it. So, you all leave for the day. Where are you going?
We
I
are
suggest east. We're telling them
East.
we're going east, so as long as they're probably watching us, we should probably go east.
Probably go east.
until I feel like we would go until we're somewhere out of like sight range. Then
Well,
we would head towards the caves.
We all have our.
Yeah.
We have our. We're all wearing like snow leopard or cloaks, right? The white fur.
Yeah,
That's
the,
whatever I picked up off their scraps.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's like a mishmash, but you've all got furs on.
All right,
You're
so-
very warm now.
I mean, like, if you guys want to maybe consider approaching, not obviously, we can take some precautions.
I didn't say we had to go to the giant village. I said we go east, like we told them.
We go east,
Correct. We're going east. I'm not worried about the giant
East
village.
and then
head towards the
Shift
the,
up for the east
the,
towards the cave.
last chance. The cave is somewhere around the last chance. if
So
I
we
remember
make sure to
correctly.
skirt the last chance.
And to look for those ice caves.
Right. So what I'm proposing is we do that, but maybe discreetly.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Discreetly.
Two out of three. That works.
So you discreetly go east.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll discreetly
no, I know what you mean.
pass without trace.
Yeah, I
Pass
figured.
without trace.
I
yeah.
figured that's the plan.
Yeah.
So you cast Pass Without Trace, and you all begin your walk to the east. Now, as you go slightly further north, it does get a little colder here. The sun is still out, but it is breezy, so the wind is like stinging on your face. And
I'm
it's,
still wrapped up.
oh well, whatever part of your face is, some part of you is out, and you feel it. It's that stinging cold breeze coming right off the water. It's unpleasant, but it's not super, super cold out right now, as the sun is still out, and it could be worse. It's not great, but it could be worse. However, it's very blinding. Sun blindness, snow blindness. I mean, it is the sun, but it's snow blindness. So you continue for miles. You go for hours, just walking and walking and walking through the nothingness of just ice and occasionally trees. And you come upon, in that, like, way in the distance, far enough away that you don't have to worry about it, but far enough away in the distance, you see Last Chance. And Last Chance is, of course, the giant keep made of, like, obsidian and spiky, terrible walls, and everything about it just looks unpleasant. You can feel like it feels like if you walk too close to it, like some kind of theme song is gonna start and you're gonna have to leave. Like, where you're like,
I'm not ready for this boss encounter.
you're like, don't like that. So you can see that even from where you are, you can see that someone has set up like barricades around it, the like spiked barricades and the whole like sharpened trees and all that to stop horse riders and walls and chaos. But you know, you don't have to go there.
Not today.
So you can just,
North.
you see the red like check line on the bottom. It's like, you're not high enough level to go in there. Don't do it.
Is it the owl that stops you?
Yeah, the owl's like, no. Like, I appreciate your ambition, but don't go in there. So you pass by that without too much trouble. You just kind of go past it. You don't even really see anybody out there. But eventually you see the other giant's village, and it looks very similar to the others. Not surprising. It's about the same size, if not just a little bit bigger. Not tall-wise, but how many houses are there. And you do see the same. There's frost giants walking around outside, and they notice you, but they're not, well, no, probably not, because you cast Pass Without Trace. So I'll say they didn't. And so you see them going about their day. Some of them are bringing in like wood and kills and things for the fire and doing all that. But even further back behind that, out in the water, you see a castle that has been constructed out of icicles. And not cool like Frozen, where it's all like, oh, it's a cool castle. No, this is evil. It's an evil bad place. And it's spiky and it's sharp and it looks evil and bad.
I think that's where we have to go.
There's no let it go here.
Yeah.
None of that.
We have to go.
You have to go. You have to go.
And no singing snowmen, right? No singing snowmen.
If there is, you have my permission to assassinate it.
Hellish rebuke, just burn it.
You just kill it. Just kill it now. Just get
Be
it
like,
done.
oh, Snow, you didn't. Oh, no, you. No.
I'm not doing this today. I swear. We're not doing this.
Does this look like we might have to confront those giants to get at that castle?
We can try skirting around, and if they see us, we'll have to come up with something.
Yeah.
So around here is not, there's not a ton of forest here. You can see where the giants have cut down some of the forest, but it seems like they're strategically doing it so they won't kill all the trees, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And most of it, though, is like ice, like big piles of like ice and snow and like big icicles on the ground and that are scattered around, you know, that you could walk and hide behind if you needed to. So it's not like you're out in the middle of nowhere, but there's no like forest here.
But there's like snow, so you can kind of like probably hide in like a snowdrift.
Yeah, there's snowdrifts and there's big
big.
piles of like icicles and all that.
So like if we can like post up in a snowdrift out of kind of away from them, but still kind of have like eyesight.
Yeah, you
still
could do
hiding.
that. It's not unreasonable.
So what I've noticed different from the jungle giants and what these giants are doing is they're actually playing it pretty cool. You know?
It's another pun. Is that?
I mean, it's also true though. It's also true. They
It's
have
true.
been playing it really cool.
It's true.
Yeah. It's almost frosty. How cool. That's
Is
a
it?
pun. That
Is
was-
it? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
DM's giving me an icy stare right now.
Is it? Yeah.
Anyway,
He's
so
leading the party into the trap, right?
Right into the dragon.
thoughts. Maybe something, or I could go through and scout the area out and see if we can find the hag.
Isn't she
Before
just
we
in
get
the
noticed.
castle?
How big is the castle?
Castle's really big.
Castle's really big. So maybe we could.
And they tend to like castles and big monuments and things. So
Oh, okay, cool. So anyway, what I was thinking is since the castle is really big, we could kind of locate her in the castle and kind of figure out what's going on and what she's doing, and then plan an approach.
You smell something on the air. You smell. You smell. No, you smell something on the air. Don't laugh like that after I say that. How dare you? And it's kind of a familiar smell to you. Like, not the smell of like,
Moose jerky?
no, not like that, but more like flesh burning. Flesh and
Like
hair.
human flesh burning?
Well, humanoid, not animal. So whatever it is, it doesn't smell like somebody overcooked like a turkey or something. It smells like something.
And the direction, where is this coming from? Is it coming from the village?
It's coming from that towards all of that.
Towards all
All of that good stuff that way. Because it's gotta, that's where the good stuff is.
I don't think we should go in there.
yeah, again, we're supposed to go north. There's the castle ice caves. We could skirt the whole thing. Go to the.
So is the castle out in the water?
The castle is out in the water. It's not super far out in the water from the giant village. It's probably like 200 feet out in the water. But you can tell that out there the water is very, very deep because it's like a really
very,
dark.
Very, very cold. Probably like
Very
freeze to death if we got
cold.
in. I can like turn into something and like ferry us across.
You don't have swim speed yet.
Yes, I do.
Do you have swim speed?
I have swimsuit now.
You're
At
level-
level 4.
You swim speed.
Level
You're
4
right.
good.
You're almost good enough to be a duck. Almost.
Four more levers. Formal
Levers.
Four more levers.
That's how strong you gotta be a duck. You gotta be level.
Has a swim and a fly speed.
You gotta be level 8 to be a duck.
I don't know. I still think a goose could kick a duck's butt.
Well, does a duck have teeth? At least.
It does in D&D because you have to be level 8 to be a duck. So you gotta power up. It's the strongest creature in the monster manual. So,
Yeah, it takes a lot of luck just to beat a duck.
you need to stop. You need to.
Yeah,
you
go
need to
ahead, go
be-
swim across to that castle.
Go
We're
in
gonna
that
sit here
castle.
and play cards
So
and watch.
he goes. Tucker goes to the castle by himself. Oh look, he died. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, you smell that weird human flesh burning smell. Doesn't necessarily mean it's human, but you know, flesh burning.
Would I recognize it as anything if I?
No, it's not. It's not a specific kind of smell. It just smells like that.
But not that
death.
pleasant cooking, oaky.
No, it's not like, you're cooking beef. No. It smells like those pizza rolls we burned to a crisp last night.
Ugh.
We made charcoal. I forgot.
That's what a
Okay.
timer's for.
I had headphones on. I was playing Divinity.
It's a good game, but let's get back on track.
Listen,
Nice.
you won't tell me what to do. Okay. So you see that as you get a little bit closer, I'm assuming you're still walking. You're not close enough now that it's going to alter too much. But as you're getting a little bit closer, you're starting to see the plume of smoke from whatever they're burning. And it's in the center of the village, same as the other Frost Giant village. So you must assume that there's probably like another big bonfire there of some kind.
I could probably send my
And
familiar in
Is
to
the
see what
village
it is.
between us and the castle?
Yes, but you could go around. That's not unreasonable. You could go around. You would have to. You will have to go through the water, but you could go around if you wanted to.
So it looks like we either find our own way to the castle, or we go through the giants and, have them take us to the
Throw
castle.
us on the bonfire.
What if we found a big piece of ice
And,
floated across?
And push it.
and push it and jump on.
Yeah.
Well, Glenreneth is a sailor here. Does that sound like it'll work?
Yeah,
mean,
Glenn Reneth is a sailor.
she's like, yeah, sure. I don't see why it wouldn't. It'd probably be fine, right? We could just get up on some ice and just swim.
Or
Right?
just paddle?
Yeah.
Yeah, sailor. Or I could help, I guess. If we could find break off a piece of ice, I could swim it across for you. And kind of like push it, pull it, whatever. If that's the way you guys want to go.
Yeah.
It would be probably the easiest way.
Okay, here's what I will say though. If we skirt around and we go around the village to try to avoid the giants, we're probably going to need to do it like kind of under the cover of darkness, because there's not a whole lot of cover out in the middle of the water on the way to the castle.
That is true.
Unless someone knows like an illusion that can make the area
Yeah, but
look
no one
like
can
something
see
different.
through darkness, so it's probably not a good idea to cast it right now.
Right, and they'll see, but people can see darkness.
Yeah, they would see
Yeah.
that.
Lehman's tiny hut. I don't
Put
know.
that on an iceberg, so
It'd just be a big round iceberg.
Yeah, would it move on the thing if it was like on a thing that was moving? Would it continue to move with it?
It's a good question.
Let's find out. Worst case scenario, we'll just drown in the water.
I think that it would, because it's like a bubble, right? It's like a bubble but it has like a bottom too. So
Yeah.
it's like a bubble that's like when it floats down and it goes on the ground, and it's got like the whole thing. So I would think that it would. I would think that if you plop one down on a piece of ice and then move it, I think it would work.
I'm sorry, I like it.
Lehman's tiny hut is coming into use.
It's always useful.
Yeah, no, it is.
So you could just, I think it would. I don't think that's unreasonable. And I think it's hilarious. So
Because we look like a big round bubble.
no one will know.
Yeah, but we'll be able to look out through it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And they can't see you, right? So,
No,
Except for
we,
you,
we
you
can
have
only
to pull
see out
everything.
and they can't see in.
so there you go. It's
I
just a
can
piece of ice floating out there
I
and
can
they're
make
on
it any color that I want. Be a big, pretty red. No.
And they're like, okay.
Oh no, so you'll see the hut. They'll see the hut. I thought the hut was completely invisible.
They see, they
see
I
the
can make it
bubble.
like white, or to match the snow, because we did that earlier.
Okay.
So they will see like a big round piece of ice floating, basically.
But they won't see what's
They won't
in
see
the ice.
us. We can see them though.
Okay.
But,
I just gotta swim across.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or if all you push it and then jump onto it, I'm sure that'll be fine.
That'll be
No.
perfect.
Okay. So how do you want to go about this?
Well, I guess right now we wait till darkness.
Okay.
Wait till darkness, and then I'd say we probably want to try and find some thick ice that we could break off.
Thick ice.
Well, so yeah, like, is it?
QCs.
We're on like solid terra firma land, right?
Yes.
This isn't like a North Pole type thing.
No. If you went a little further out, you're out there in just ice.
There's like pieces of
So
ice.
you can see like where the tree line kind of is. You know that's where the ground is roundabout. And there's so much snow though that it stretches out into the water and becomes ice.
So I
so-
could I could literally swim out there and like get a piece of drift ice.
Drift ice.
Ice drifting and like
know
bring
what
it
you mean.
back, and they can kind of jump
It's
on
not
it.
the wrong word for it. It was just funny. Yeah, you would be able to. You could just walk out and cut a piece off that you guys were standing
okay,
on.
that too.
I'm
Okay.
just saying like it stretches out. It's all connected, but at some point there's no land under it. It just becomes just ice.
Oh, okay, that works.
Wait,
I got you now. No, that's sorry. You shouldn't have had to work that hard to explain. a very
no,
simple
that's
concept.
not what I was. I
apologize.
was gonna
It's
make a pun, and
my dense fault.
I was gonna
Oh,
make.
you're allowed to make puns.
No, I'm not. That's why I didn't do it because I was gonna, and then I said no.
They get the sigh from me every time.
I
Set a
was
good
gonna
example.
do it, and then I said no. No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay,
Not angry, just
so you want to
disappointed.
wait till nighttime, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you wait.
I guess if we're waiting, then it's how much? What time is it now? If we're waiting.
It was morning, so
Oh,
you
okay.
have a long. Well, no, it was a few hours, so it's probably like
I
11,
just break
12.
out cards and start
Okay.
playing card games.
So either way, we're just waiting till like darkness.
dark.
Hopefully, this isn't the kind of thing where it doesn't get dark. because
Yeah,
that
guess
time
what?
of
You're
year.
in Alaska. It's always
Right.
bright.
Well, we are pretty north.
No,
But what about the week of the year where it's always dark?
That's not this week.
That's not this
It's
week.
not this week. No, it's gonna get dark. So eventually it gets dark. You spend your time resting in the snow,
Resting.
being uncomfortable because I
Right.
hate snow.
Get all my spell back.
And
Well, like you just kind of make like an igloo dome that keeps
yeah,
the
make an
heat in.
igloo. Build yourself an igloo. Have a good time. And then it gets real dark. Real nice and dark. There's nothing out here. It's just the stars. And the distant, you can see the fire still that's going from the
And the
giants.
same kind of smoke is still.
Yeah, you see the same smoke. It doesn't smell as bad now. It seems like the smell has kind of died down. Either that or you're used to it. Either one. Not great, but you hear the occasional like shout of laughter. Now that night has fallen, it's a lot quieter out here, and you can hear like giants being loud over there, but you don't really hear,
Anything we can understand or hear in the world.
Not really. They're speaking giantish. I don't think anybody spoke giant. So they're speaking giantish and they're yelling and laughing. It doesn't sound nothing ever sounds threatening. They just sound like they're being loud and rowdy.
Sounds like
Yes.
their
A
attention
village.
is elsewhere.
I don't see any like hairy man beast shapeshifter forms around, do I?
No, you don't.
Okay. Keep
Not
my
yet.
eye out.
Right.
You will, but not yet. You know that guy's coming back. Bigfoot,
Go make some friends.
Yeah, we make friends with a weird, creepy shifter guy.
creepy man.
Another weird, creepy shifter
He's not
guy.
very friendly though. I'm just saying.
He's been stealing penguins.
Not very friendly.
Yeah, hopefully for
I
not
would-
super nefarious penguin
You're gonna find out he's just like putting them onto like hamster wheels.
to generate power. For
Like, whoa, you invented electricity. Okay, so night is falling. What now?
Okay, let's go out and find some ice.
Yeah, skirt out
Like
to the water.
very quietly, if we can like chip it down, like super quiet.
Okay.
Meanwhile, maybe you're kind of on lookout, or no, I'll be on lookout
Okay.
because I'm a little more aware of things
Okay.
usually.
Is that what it is?
I can typically pick some stuff up happening more.
Okay.
So I will kind of be on the lookout, see if anything notices us.
Okay.
While they're kind of chipping away at it.
Okay, so you all managed to get to the ice side. You don't have too much trouble. You don't really see any of the giants coming out from wherever they are. They're definitely outside, but they're not somewhere close to the edge of the village. And you make it out to the edge where the ice is, and you find a good little spot to like saw it away. You get yourself one of those like ice saws.
We bought it in the shop.
Like,
Yeah,
we bought
totally-
this.
we
Don't
totally
worry,
bought
we
it.
That's
had
convenient,
this.
Yeah.
I just imagine
We
me
bought it,
Glenn
but
Rath using our rapiers.
That's pretty much what you're gonna do.
Well, I can use maybe. Oh, I don't want to necessarily use fire because that's a light. Never mind.
Just I used fire.
Pass that.
Oops.
And
No,
then
I
I'll
use
burn
fire.
that
We
right
all of a
off.
sudden meld into darkness while he's standing there with a bomb.
Yeah, like wait, that's never mind. Didn't
Uh-oh.
work.
Well, we could use prestidigitation to heat up certain
Yeah,
areas.
just
You're like a little laser.
Well, no, it's just we just kind of like cut in with the swords.
You do a little both.
yeah.
let's-
I'll just use the prestidigitation because I don't want to dull my knife.
So you both, all three of you, three of you both. I forgot. It's because you were gonna. Are you doing lookout? So
lookout.
you're
And
doing
we also
lookout,
have
the
and
other
you
two.
both are cutting, and then of course Glenrith and Grosk are helping the best they can, and you manage to chunk off a big bit of ice, and all of you have a little seat on it.
And once we get our good chunk of ice out, I'm going to, as quietly as possible, do a little ritual cast of Lehman's tiny hut.
Okay. So 10 minutes later, you have a hut.
On a block of ice floating in the water.
Okay, so I'll kind of jump in. Well, kind of like get down to the edge and turn into slide in. And as I slide into the water, to keep my profile low, turn into a giant toad.
Big frog. Now,
And then
I
flipping it
want
in
to,
ice water.
yes, I want to remind you, a giant toad,
I guess is not necessarily smart in cold water.
probably not a great
Amphibious,
creature
they
to
don't
be
like-
in water,
Trying to think.
in the ice water.
Reptiles aren't. That's not helpful.
really
You don't get
reptiles.
too many frosty.
Now, you got a swim speed, yeah?
Yeah,
Can you turn into a polar bear yet?
You could turn into
like some sort of giant fish or
like a
killer
big
whale.
fish, a killer. Can you be a killer whale? CR, what's your
Oh
highest
no,
CR
killer whale
now?
might be too high. I can turn into like a dolphin or something probably.
Because a killer whale is a CR 3? Can you be CR3 yet? Probably
No,
not.
no. CR1 is the highest. In fact, if I
Oh.
could, I'd turn into a polar bear, but that's not happening.
Why don't you
either.
be like a
That's
walrus?
CR2.
Well,
You be like a walrus.
A walrus.
I think those are like a CR2.
I could turn into a manatee. That's like negative
Yeah,
CR,
but those
right?
are-
again,
warm
they
water, though.
warm water.
Warm water though.
You know,
Turn into like a tuna fish.
I really
Those are
don't
cold
appreciate
water,
Or
right?
a marlin named Marlin.
all the
Yeah.
intelligence and taking the smart way about this and taking
You
my
turn-
environment into account.
You
That's-
turn
I
into
don't
big
appreciate
cold
that.
water fish.
Right.
CR1
I
big
turn-
cold water
I turn
fish.
I turn into a special cold water toad. You know, like an ice toad.
The ones that
An ice toad. That
Yeah,
would be a
like
magic
ones that
creature.
don't actually exist. Yeah.
That'd be a magic beast.
Yeah, no, I know they don't.
You turn yourself into a big cold water fish.
I could turn into a direwolf and doggy paddle across.
I mean, that would work. That's not unreasonable. You could. That would work. It fits in the criteria.
we're sitting in the bubble while he's debating this. I could pull out the deck of cards
He's
again.
He's looking through like a manual,
Yeah,
just like,
no, I'm just kind of like, no.
Shuffling cards. Another
No.
chalkboard has appeared, and we're taking bets on what he's going to decide
like
to
what is
do.
he gonna be?
Okay. No, you know what? I got it. And I turn into a direwolf.
Okay.
Like a snowy direwolf.
A snowy direwolf.
Yeah,
okay,
and I-
and you start doggy paddling.
Doggy
Just
paddling
like-
across, yep.
Okay. So you start doggy paddling your way to the big ice castle. And as you pass in front of the Frost Giant Village, you get like a look down the like main hallway. Of, you know how it has
Does
like
it
the
look like
main
they noticed
road.
us?
They don't notice you because in the very center they have a very large bonfire going. And it looks like one of the corpses of their brethren has been placed on it.
Does it look like
And
a
they're
funeral?
not eating it, so
Does it
don't
look
worry.
like a funeral?
No, it sure don't. But whatever's happening there, it's a little weird. And all the frost giants are loud and making jokes and doing
Sounds like a wake.
things. And
Unless
That's what I asked. A
yeah.
funeral.
it doesn't really look like it's not like a pyre. It's not like a funeral pyre or anything. It's just like a corpse.
Is the corpse like vertical or horizontal?
It's horizontal.
Okay.
And it's very much on fire. But the whole situation reads very strangely to you. It's not like a funeral pyre where they've dressed the guy up and like, you know, or wrapped him up in like a thing or anything. No, he's just in it. They just put him there.
Is it
And it's a
punishment?
giant person.
And it's a giant. It's absolutely a
At
giant.
this point, I can assume he's dead? Or is he still moving?
You
See the figure
would
moving?
hope so.
You don't see the figure moving?
You don't see him moving, but you would hope so at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, tiefling game. See how long you can stand in the fire.
2 more minutes. No, so as far as you can tell, that's what's going on there. They don't seem upset by it. They don't seem worried.
It doesn't seem like a ritual or anything. They're just
No, they're all just kind of doing their thing with a corpse on the
Burning
fire.
their bro.
That's how you know it's a good party, right? Well, it's not a good party till someone's on fire.
yeah. We're gonna burn this mother down, and by mother down, we're gonna burn this guy's actual mother down. Please don't throw that at me. Please don't throw that at me.
I just like, okay. So you doggy paddle your way across to the big ice castle. Don't have too much trouble. But when you get here, you immediately hear that sound of like creaking, cracking ice. You know the sound that ice makes.
This one's long enough.
This castle is not on like an ice float when you get out here. You realize that it is like stretching out from the water. So it's on like a pillar of ice in the bottom. And it looks like that pillar of ice you could actually go inside because you can't see directly into it. But you could see, like, you know how you can kind of see through ice sometimes? You can kind of see through it a little bit.
And it's just like the pillar of so the pillar of ice, we can go into it. So you're saying like go down into the pillar
So
under the
it
water?
looks, yeah, it looks like this. It's like, so like if this was where the castle base is, the pillar is just below it, and you can kind of see through it a little bit. And then the castle goes up from there. And the castle is probably like 5-6 stories tall. It's huge, big giant ice castle.
Can we find somewhere to get inside?
Yeah,
Yeah, it has a big open door. It's just open. It doesn't have like a fancy drawbridge or anything. It's just a big open.
I don't think she needs locks when she's got a village of giant homicidal, burning people alive giants.
Can I see like just down the pillar to see if there's like any movement or anything? Like
So
there's like some
yes, you do see movement in there, but it's hard to see through it. The ice is not perfectly smooth, so you know how when ice is really smooth, you can kind of see through it. It's very jagged and sharp, but you can still see like some kind of reflections from the inside that somebody's in there. At least a few things.
Is someone watching me swim doggy paddle out there?
No, you can't tell. You can't really tell what they're doing. You just see like weird wiggly outlines of things in
Does it
the
look like
ice.
they're giants in there or just...
Again, you can't tell because on top of that too, you're also looking down from water. So
Right.
you're
If I
looking
kind
down.
of like, because I'm actually swimming in the water.
Yeah,
So
even
if I can
then,
kind of like stick my head down, can I see?
it's hard to tell. Like it's such a displaced image. You
Okay.
know, it's so weird.
I'm trying to. Okay, guys, you need to get in there because as soon as I leave this bubble, it's gone.
You're kind of our getaway, I think.
He's got to come
Keep
with
the
us.
car running.
At this
No.
point, if something goes down in
Not
here, there's no
staying
way
here.
we're not going to be able to outrun. The giants are going to know somebody's here. So we just go on in. He'll save a
Let's go
spell
in.
slot.
I saved a spell by ritual casting it.
Yeah, so
But my 2 third level spells don't do any damage, so.
Okay, well that doesn't matter though. You may want to be the last one in, or probably keep a lookout so that worst case scenario you can cast our getaway. Kind of like hold down the iceberg, maybe.
I mean, you could probably tie a rope to it.
we just took a stake in it, pull a rope out, and just
You could.
yeah. I mean,
It's not unreasonable.
it's not that hard.
Yeah. So you do
Yeah,
that.
or we could just kind of like you could use prestidigitation to like kind of freeze it to the
But that's not an easy escape. An easy
Thing.
escape is to take a knife and go tunk it.
To be fair though, please consider that if you stay in here too long, it might freeze to the side of the castle anyway,
Two,
because ice.
ice.
Because that's what ice do.
Then we might have to go swimming.
You might have to go swimming. Best case scenario for me is that you go swimming. I will enjoy that.
The
But
dragon, all of this.
there's the dragon. There it is. I don't think they have a swim. What?
I mean,
Pretty sure they
No,
don't.
carry on.
all right, so we're gonna stick the ice to the
Yeah.
door.
I mean,
well,
if we
kind of
want-
maybe go around to the side so it's not in the view of the big door or in view of the giants on the
Is
shore.
there a ledge there, or is it?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a ledge that you could. They do have a swim speed.
Oh my god.
We gave her an idea.
So anyway,
Why?
But good news is she's a little less grumpy now.
She knows how to kill.
I'm not any less grumpy. It's just an outlet.
There's a very angry white dragon around somewhere at us.
The angry white dragon in the distance is how I'm having a grumpy day, people. Okay, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm just grumpy, and that dragon is somewhere. It's somewhere, and it's very mad. So anyway,
Because it's
Kid is
fell
alive.
behind and it's kind of
I think it's got the
don't
no. It's got
It's
that
kind of-
serial killer
you know-
wall
you know
of
when
death with
they're
our
kind of
pictures
falling
on it.
behind,
stop.
You could say it's
No,
no. I won't say it. Okay.
no, you won't.
Let's just
I'm
go
cutting you
inside.
off.
Let's just go inside.
You go in the castle. Yes, there's a ledge. There's a little ledge. There's like it's like a maybe 3 or 4 or 5 feet, you know, where you could just walk into it. It's solid ice though, and as soon as you step onto it, you realize that it's very slick. And the ice is very slick here.
Well, you're sure-footed, and I'm on all fours right now. So.
That's true. Does have goat feet,
I've
and I will
never-
give you
I-
goat feet. Goat.
If I remember correctly, there's goats that do have like a sure-footed feet, so.
Hey,
Goat.
good. No, it's more of I've never experienced ice, so.
Yeah. I don't
And
think any of you have.
No.
Glamranith and Gozak.
Yeah. No, they haven't either.
I probably have in my
Well, Frost
travels.
has,
I'm
like,
I'm an
claws.
outlander.
Gross
I've seen
has chameleon feet,
So
which
he's-
are those weird toes where they're like.
But they do have a grip type thing. So he,
Yeah. I don't know if that would work on ice. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna take a chameleon and put it on some ice, and we're gonna find out how that works. I'm gonna assume it doesn't though, because he's cold,
Yeah.
right
and
now.
he's wearing boots because he's not just walking around without his feet
And they're
out.
probably not no slip boots, like so.
You're
That wasn't a
ask-
bad pun.
You're
That wasn't a bad
just-
pun.
You're just
That wasn't a bad
asking. You're
pun.
just asking.
That was a reference to working in certain service industries where you have to wear the no slip
certain ones.
shoes.
Certain service industries. Non-specific certain service industries. Okay. Listen, you go in this castle. It's cold in there. It's slippery. It's gross. It's ice. That's where you are right now. So it opens into like a large kind of circular walkway, and you can see that this room kind of extends up 2 or 3 floors, and you can see that there are poorly made ice stairs that sort of lead up to like a landing where you can see 4 rooms on the outside, and you can see that it leads up a little higher up. So it's
Is there anything that goes down?
yes, there is. There is also an ice, like a spiral staircase that the ice has like smoothed over the top, so it's not just big open staircase, but you can see that there's a staircase that leads down.
If I had to place a bet, I'd say the deep ice is that way, but the hag's probably that way.
Who knows?
Are you saying this out loud? Like,
Yeah.
You don't see anybody here right now,
okay.
so it doesn't seem like that's going to be too much of a problem.
I don't imagine a lot of people like
say
living in
our-
an ice castle.
Our best bet would probably be to check up first, because if need be, we can jump out.
Can
Into the water.
Can I
That's where you
smell
need to go.
smell anything? Any people? Anything? Because I mean, if it's just ice, then it's clearly
just
very
ice.
deadly. Yeah, it's just ice. But if there's some other kind of smell other than just frozen water, I feel like.
Yeah, you don't really smell anything distinct.
Salt, fish, goat.
I mean, yeah, that's also what you smell. Goat.
Yeah, the rest of us did.
Slightly
goat.
damp goat.
Slightly damp goat.
Slightly damp goat. You can't help it. I'm not blaming you. It's just slightly damp goat.
I'm a very clean goat.
That doesn't mean it stinks. It's just like when your dog gets wet and you're like, that smell like dog. You know? Except goat. So you don't really smell anything. Stop. You don't smell anything specific. It just smells kind of. I don't know how to describe this feeling, but I think you'll understand what I'm saying to you. It smells like it's cold. You know what I mean? Like when you've been really cold and it has a very sharp, weird smell. I don't
Yep.
know if you guys know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
like
about.
that when the inhale kind of like makes your nose.
It
kinda-
hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts a lot. Yeah, that kind of like ice smell.
Yep.
Cold
okay.
has a smell.
So are there any lights? There's no natural lights or anything.
No, there is not. It's dark in here.
So we.
But it's
Is
reflective.
there any of us that don't
so
have night vision?
I don't think so. I think everybody does.
Can we see into the rooms on the other
And
floors?
not really. You see that the light is kind of shining through some of the thinner ice, and that's kind of what's lighting up this place. But you can't see like through some of the thicker ice. So you can see that there's rooms up there, and it's just kind of open like cave walls.
Okay.
But you can't quite see like what is in those rooms.
So I'll stop, perk an ear up. Can I hear anything?
Roll a perception.
Bardic inspiration.
Oh, I don't need it. Hold on.
Yeah, you don't? No.
Because I advantage.
Okay.
That would be 25.
25. So
Sorry,
you.
no, actually, it's like 27. 27.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you hear from somewhere below you what sounds like goblins, like the language of goblins. You also hear the rhythmic beating of like wings, not like bigger than bat wings, but something that has like bat-like wings. And all of that seems to be coming from below you. Up a little higher, you don't really hear a ton of movement. It doesn't seem like there's much up there. Most that you hear from above you is mostly cracking and creaking of ice. But otherwise, most of the sound is coming from below you.
Cracking and creaking of ice like someone's walking around.
No, just ice.
Oh, just ice doing its thing.
Ice doing
thing.
ice thing.
Okay. So I'll kind of look
Just
at
ice.
the group and look down where I hear the sound coming from.
Where we saw the figures before.
But now you have a better idea of what they might be.
No, he can't tell us.
I can write it in the ice. I can kind of scratch it out. My direwolf nail.
Dog paw.
Yeah, just kind of like scratch out.
Okay. Do we still want to see if there's anything upstairs?
Well, again, I don't know anything about the steep ice, but I have to assume that it's going to be down. The hag may be there to retrieve it, like the sea hag, or the hag may be sitting up on a throne making ice.
While they're debating that, I'll kind of search the room and see if there's any like levers or anything, or see if we can get that passageway to open up, because that passageway to the stairs is kind of closed off, right?
It's not. You can get down there.
Oh,
It's
you
just
can?
open. It's what I'm saying is it's not like a straight down hole through this castle. It's like it's got a flooring over it. You know what I mean? Like the stairs are open downward, but there's like it's closed off, so you're not just gonna walk and fall into a hole.
While they're
As I would do.
debating what they want to do, I'll kind of like stealth up and just kind of like tap there, so they kind of see like 2 minutes, and then kind of like quickly do a.
Did we understand
wrap around
2
the
minutes?
room.
Is his performance good enough that we
Roll
understand 2 minutes?
insight to see if you understand 2 minutes.
If we understand the dog.
And then I go away. I'm sure that's going to be clear, like 2, and then I run away.
It's a 17, so I feel like I
Yeah,
might
you
understand.
did. You got it. You guessed. You know what? He said 2, and you
15.
he said 2, and then you said, well, 2 hours doesn't make any sense. So
No,
it's got to be 2 minutes.
And I'll be like, but 2 hours does make sense. But that's because I'm being mean.
It's true. So there we go.
So yeah, I'll kind of race off and do a lap, clear the room, kind of like quietly seeing if there's anything.
So you walk
Just be
around.
not the top stairs.
And then
not
I
the
just
bottom
pick
area,
up my
just top area.
invisible servant that can walk around without
cat?
being seen
Okay.
Send it upstairs.
and send it upstairs.
Okay. So your cat heads upstairs, and you head along the bottom. What are you going to do, Artier?
I thought they were
Provide
just gonna keep
emotional
debating
support?
whether they should go down.
It's kind of my job.
I know. That's
a
what
bard.
bards do.
Emotional support via
Gives us
spells.
a thumbs up, like.
We gotta put you one of those like emotional support animal vests. Because
I was thinking,
Emotional support satyr.
yeah,
I was thinking more if we get him a nice little cheerleader outfit, but it just
Aw.
like a goatee with a little
Aw.
fluffy skirt.
That way he can get service in restaurants without having to just put on pants,
It's true.
or shoes.
I can put on fake pants because of my armor.
Yeah, but you're not a big fan of shoes either, and they don't like to serve people without shoes.
He's got hooves.
It counts.
That counts.
I'm not
Maybe
putting
he's
on-
got like horseshoes on the hooves.
That would hurt.
You'd make a really good tap dancer.
That's part of my bardic performances. I dance around.
Tap dance. So anyway. So what are you doing?
There isn't much that I can do right now besides I'm going to I'll give this one some like bardic inspiration for her animal.
Okay.
thing.
What's that?
It's a D8 for when like you're looking at stuff. See what you notice.
Okay.
D8.
So
You have 10 minutes.
10 minutes to use it. So
So an
forever.
hour in D&D
So like
time.
forever in D&D time.
Oh, blink lasts for 1 minute. Oh, that's an entire fight. Let's do it.
Like, if it's a minute, it's like that's the rest of whatever. It's the rest of the fight. Okay, so you head up the stairs. Well, your minion heads up
Like
the
I
stairs.
move where it's within range, but yeah,
Right.
send it up.
And it begins to check the rooms. And it reports back to you with that most of the rooms seem to be some kind of like storage facility for different different weird things. It's hard to describe other than it's like things that creatures may have found as they were digging. So it's like lots of like weird shells and like frozen plants and like weird animal bones and like and it's been sorted very nicely.
I want to go through it all now to see.
But it's just weird. It's just
It's
weird
weird, isn't
stuff. It's nothing that seems valuable. It's just
The
things.
goblin it might.
Well,
They're goblins.
Yeah, well, you have the ability to see magic.
Yeah, magic.
Yeah, so if you're like looking through your familiar's eyes, you can see if you go through there and there's magic items. or
yeah.
Magic.
It
there.
none of it is none of it is necessarily a magical item per se, But some of it is stuff that could be components, like spell component type thing. I'm not going to get too specific, but in a general sense, if you took some of this stuff, it would count as like, you know, components or whatever for like lesser expensive spells, you know. You find that kind of stuff here.
Offer to the potion maker. Come on, one
Potion seller. So you see that that's most of what these rooms are comprised of. You also see the occasional pile of like square chunks of ice, but they don't look any different from regular ice to you. So you don't think that they're anything.
What we're looking for.
Probably not. But you're not sure.
We have to go up there and double check.
But as far as you can tell, they look like just regular, like square. They're like probably about this big, just like good square chunks of ice. So you check out the bottom floor, and the first thing you notice is that there is a door that is under the stairway that went up. There's a little like alcove in there. And in that alcove, you see a machine, essentially. It's not really a machine, but it looks like a thing that has been designed specifically to get ice to drip down onto what is essentially like a mold. And in this mold is popping out ice-shaped like golems.
Like golems, like cube type thing?
Yeah, they're like square ice cube golems.
It's like a ye old ice maker?
Yes, it's like a ye old ice machine. And it just kind of puts the ice, the water into this mold, and these ice, it's shaped like a little Iceman. And you can see that the one that's filling up right now is probably about half full. You don't see any of these Icemen, but the medieval ye old ice machine golem maker
Are you going to alert any of us?
working.
Yeah.
And it's
I
not
am.
fast.
How about how much? So it's about halfway filled. By the way, at the rate it's filling up, about how long do I have till it's full?
You think it's probably going to take it another like 30 minutes or so before it'll have more ice for your drinks. Because you used it all.
It's summer.
Because it's summertime and it's hot, gosh dang it. You need more ice. Gotta get an ice machine with more ice in it.
So, okay, anything, I'll finish the lap around the room and when I come back. Is that the only thing I noticed?
You see largely the same thing as she did. You find a lot more of the like collections of crap.
But nothing of golems or anything.
No, you don't see any of these. The ice cubes. That's what we're calling them now. Ice cubes. The cube men.
Well, if he comes and he tries to alert us, I would like to try and stop it from working.
To the ice cream machine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yo.
alert you, but I'm probably
The
gonna
ice cream
try to
machine?
like.
There's an ice cream machine.
Yeah, I'll do
now,
like
too.
go up and kind of do like a Lassie fell in the well kind of thing. Like.
Oh, my eyes are all like I'm communicating with something.
So I'll
above
go up
me.
to our tiers. I'll kind of look at, shake my head and go up to our tier. Like, okay. Like,
Second choice.
and I'll just kind of like dip down through his legs, and he'll just kind of.
You're a large creature.
Yeah.
He's
So
a
like if I
small
drip my
creature.
head
You pick
through
me
your
up.
legs,
Yeah.
I just kind of pick you. Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
he is
okay.
picking you up.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole
You
point.
pick me up and you
And
take
you know,
me
there's
over
also a
Yeah.
princess and a lizard man completely covered head to toe.
I mean, you know, they're hanging out.
They're hanging out. They're just
They're
like,
doing things. They're like, so he takes you to the ice machine, and you can see that that's exactly what that is.
It doesn't look good.
Doesn't look great.
I'm going to try and stop it.
Okay.
Just like plug up a hole or something.
Okay.
I have
Stick your finger in it. Just stick your finger in the hole.
no. I have like probably could get some like cloth or something from my pack, and make it so it doesn't work,
Okay. So you plug some cloth
or like
into-
divert the water somewhere
Okay.
else.
How do you want to divert the water?
Let's look at my explorers.
Let me just see what I have in here.
I've probably used my rapier to like try and notch out the like whatever's making it go.
Okay.
The one
Yeah,
way?
it's just like a big funnel. So.
Yeah.
So okay, so you want to cut a hole in the funnel,
Yeah.
kind of mess it up.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll grumble a little bit because he doesn't know that I'm thinking this. I'm thinking this alerts people and we lose our stealth. But I'll like kind of go to the doorway and just kind of be a lookout. Make sure
You
no
hear
one
an
sees-
explosion. No, I'm kidding. That's the ice machine breaks.
You hear an explosion and a go. Bleh, bleh. It just
Oh
flies.
no.
fire.
Oh god. So you hear an explosion. No, I'm kidding. You cut a hole into the little thing and divert the stream of water. And instead of coming out through the bottom, it's kind of dripping out of there still, but it's mostly coming out the side. So it's just kind of making a mess. It's making a little ice pile, a little tiny ice
Perfect.
pile.
That
Slush.
Slushies.
slushy ice.
Just think though, if you know what, if you like carved a little in the ice floor, carved like a little gingerbread shape in the ice floor, and diverted the liquid into it, you have a bunch of little gingerbread golems.
I think it's Ed with his cap.
A voice from beyond is yelling at me.
Oh, did you see that?
I thought it was weird. I'm playing
Okay,
in a
but
felt box with
I'm
dice.
sitting there and I'm probably looking at it and I'm like, that's not quite enough. And I probably use prestidigitation to like cool it so like the water freezes at like the tip of the funnel,
Just the tip though.
Oh, yeah.
so it doesn't go through at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
There we go.
That's easy enough.
I finally stopped it.
Okay,
Stopped
yeah.
it as good as I
And it's
wanted.
still coming out the side, and
Yeah.
it's just like making little.
That turns into a golem.
I mean,
But yeah. Well, once I'm satisfied, I'll let's go. We can go downstairs now or something, or
There's no hag upstairs. It's all
just stuff.
All right, so I
Just
guess
junk. Collected junk.
we'll meet back at the foyer, the ice.
The foyer.
The, fo-
The foyer.
the frost day.
The frosty.
Frost day.
The slushy. So you make it down there to the main floor, and you all meet back up after destroying the ice machine. The ice cube maker.
That's right.
The Frigidaire. Don't sue me, Frigidaire.
Yep. So, someone's gonna be really upset because they're gonna have to drink like room temperature cocktails now. It's all gonna be.
I think the only
Artura's
person
fault.
that's going to be upset is you.
And I don't think he really cares what temperature the alcohol is.
Yeah, water does taste better cold, though.
Yes.
I would get really mad. I'd be like, really? My ice machine?
My water's still partially cold, so
Uh-huh.
Well, that's
for
why,
long, no.
why you get the thermos, the double walled, and I fill it with ice and water.
I bought a thermos once. I'm going to tell you a really dumb story about me. I bought a thermos that was supposed to last like 24 hours of like cold or something, some ridiculous amount of time. And I put it in the fridge, and the next morning I drank the water, and I was like, why isn't it cold? And I realized it's because I put the whole stupid...
Because the water was warm when you.
It was already warm. And I was like, dang it. I'd spend my whole day like, oh, it was so stupid. I was like, really? And I was at work, and I spent like 2 hours of my day really mad that I was like, this stupid thermos doesn't work. And I was like, oh, wait, it works really well, as it turns out. So anyway,
Thermos dynamics.
I was so mad. I was mad for like, for like half the day. I was like, oh. And anyway, so you destroyed the ice machine, and you approach the
Stairs.
stairs to go downward.
Can I just send my familiar down the stairs?
You can. You
Yeah.
can. So you send your familiar partially down the stairs before it reports to you, like, oh boy. So there are various holes cut into the walls here at different heights, like lots of different heights, all the way down. All of them vaguely goblin-sized, roundabout. And it seems like the goblins are literally just going straight into the ice. Like,
they're like
yeah,
in houses or little
Yeah.
cubby holes in the ice.
yeah, little
Huh?
cubby holes in the ice. Not deep enough to go out into the water, but like just enough. They've got like little cubby holes into the ice. And
It's your hair.
so you see that they have made these little cubby holes. They're not sitting in them, but that's just kind of what they did into the ice.
How
They're
far
ju-
down are they from the top from the first floor? That
It's
we're on?
like pretty almost immediately. You could see that these things start. And as your familiar continues further down, about to the end of your range, because I know it's pretty far, but it starts to see creatures down there. and it reports back to you that there are some kind of like bat-winged imps down here, which of course you know they're
Yeah,
methods. And they see some of the goblins that are running around down on the stairs with little ice picks doing their thing. And just one at the moment, but one ice cube man.
So yeah, I tell the party, bunch of goblins, bunch of devils.
How thick is the
imps,
corridor?
And an ice
It
man.
the stairway is probably about 10 feet, so it's pretty wide for you guys to stand on, and it goes down.
And it's a
quite
spiral.
ways. Yeah, it's a spiral all the way down.
Okay.
Okay,
With lots of little
so
holes in it.
Lots
But
of,
with no reports of anything, any really ugly women.
not yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
So I look at them expectingly.
Let's go.
Well, you want to lead?
Probably say we should have Wolf Boy and Gross go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are the strongest.
Yeah, they're the strongest, the biggest.
I'll try to be as quiet and stealthy as possible, going down the middle of a stairway where there's really nothing to hide behind. But
Okay.
try to keep if all the goblins are actually invested looking outwards, trying to get holes, right? So I can kind of use that to my advantage to try to avoid their gaze, kind of thing.
More or less. Now, as you get further down, I will tell you, when you get close enough that you start hearing like the voices and sounds, you hear it sounds like the goblins are arguing with the Mephits. And arguing in a way where it's like neither of us understand each other.
The Nephid
But
are
I'm gonna
speaking
keep
Afridi.
I'm gonna keep yelling about as loud as I possibly can. And obviously that will help you understand what
Infernal,
I'm talking
yeah.
about.
So
Yeah.
I understand the Nephids don't.
Yeah, the Mephits are
they-
yelling at the goblins, and the goblins are yelling at the Mephits, and you don't know what's going on. But they're
Mephits aren't elementals. They're like demons. or
they're
something.
little they're
Little
imps.
devils.
They're like little devils.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like elementals. Okay.
So if
Well,
they're
they're
speaking,
elementally aligned, but
Right.
but
they
they're
eat-
Not
speaking
actual, like,
infernal,
a form of
so
elemental.
yeah.
Okay.
goblins
So-
speak goblin.
goblins speak goblin. So, and they're all arguing, and it's kind of loud. And you can tell, at least from their gestures, that they're arguing about carrying stuff. But that's about it. I would say you probably hear about 3 or 4 goblins arguing with 2 Mephits.
Okay. So can we use that distraction to kind of get past them?
Well, they're on the stairs, so
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
how you want to do that. But they're on the stairs.
I could try to sleep.
That could work.
It's only goblins and Mephits, right?
Yeah.
If you got enough hit points. If you get
And
enough hit points out of it.
And what
And then
level
you have to
can-
roll like a whole bunch of d8s. So give me a sec.
What are your
'cause-
what is your sleep spell level? What is your spell slot spell level now?
So it's going to
Should
be
be
at a
3.
3rd level. So, sorry, I have to find the.
You're good.
Sleep
be-
is a first level spell.
But I
D6.
cast it
But
as
it's
its
a
3rd
warlock.
level.
Yeah.
So,
So
I
that's
think you get like 3
5d8 plus
Plus
4
2.
more d8.
98.
So
I mean, goblins have like 4 hit points, I think.
Yeah.
If you roll well,
Okay.
that's
Right.
5.
You need some more 8-sided dice.
I have a bag.
Okay.
there's some good rolls and some bad rolls in there.
Sorry, math. 2. 12. 8. 3. So, 4. Like I'm gonna cast sleep. Like I'm behind him.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. So 2 ice Mephits and 4 goblins.
So sorry.
So that's. Okay. I know how many hit points you
You
will
know how
need
many
to
hit
put them
points.
down. I have counted. I have done the math.
37.
37?
Yeah.
That is not enough. So,
How many of them go down?
so does it say what order is it? The strongest?
It starts
for-
with
It's
the
order
Hi, I
weakest.
believe
Lowest hit points.
the spells. Creature within 20-foot range.
Lowest hit points, and it goes up, I think.
That's
doesn't
what I
it?
thought. I thought it was lowest first.
Yeah.
Sleep says starting with the creature
says-
with the lowest.
Lowest.
Yeah, lowest.
Okay. So you put all the goblins to sleep. All of them go to sleep. And the Mephits are completely fine.
Well, the argument's over. Guess we won.
And you hear the Mephits sort of like at each other for a moment.
What are they saying?
What do they say?
Like, what the heck?
They're confused.
Why do they go to sleep? And one of them's like, keep them asleep. They suck anyway. We hate these stupid goblins.
They don't like
All
the
they do is
goblins.
complain. You want to go upstairs? Yeah, let's go upstairs. Let's
They're
get out of
coming
here.
upstairs.
So you want to kind of run and get out of the
Let's
way?
wait until they get up to where we
Well, you
won't
can
interfere.
try to hide in cubbies and attack them.
Right.
Try to take them out before they can alert anybody.
I think the only one who is technically short enough to fit in the cubbies is
is
me.
you. And
Well, any noise they'd make would probably echo off the ice and stuff, so it would make a large racket. So we either try to avoid them, or we just go and fight them, knowing that stuff's gonna happen.
Well, the goblins won't wake up for like an hour
unless you wake them up.
until we like
Yeah.
slap them awake. So
How many Mephits are there?
2. 2 Mephits.
2 Mephits versus
golems.
5 people. Or 4 people and a dog.
Barf.
Well, if it's coming up, then maybe I can kind of like, because I'm still white and snowy, maybe I can try to like stealth kind of in the shadows, so that they'll kind of hopefully not notice me and walk past me.
It's a perfectly smooth like ice stairwell here.
Okay.
That's not gonna work. If you attempt to hide in the cubbies, that would work. If you want to hide, you could attempt to jump into the cubbies. That would work. The little
Okay, yeah.
goblin
there's, like,
holes.
little cubbies.
You could do that, but
There's probably a little goblin sleeping in there or something, right?
well, you don't
No.
see any goblin
Oh,
in
okay.
there.
It would-
Okay.
They're over sleeping on the floor now.
Oh, right.
And if you get a good look at these goblins, you actually see that they all have like blue skin and like long, like blue hair and beards. Long, white hair and white beards. So they've got like,
Ice goblins.
yeah, they're like ice goblins. If you get a
Like
good
like
look at
Smurf goblins. Like
Smobblins.
Smurf colored goblins.
small
Smoblins.
one.
them. You gotta be careful. That's almost Zelda. I'm sure that's one of them. So are you gonna do that? Or are you gonna jump into the cubby
Yeah, I'll
holes,
kind of
or-
like dive into a cubby hole and try to hide.
Okay,
Yeah.
so roll yourself.
Everybody, let's see if
If you're gonna jump into them,
Is
yes.
Path Without a Trace still up?
Not by
No, I
now, it's
don't
only
think
an
so.
hour.
No. 20. Is that right? Yep. 20.
Oh wait, do I still have that bardic inspiration?
Yeah, it hasn't been 10 minutes yet. I can't bardic inspiration myself, but that is a good old
Oh, thank God for
14.
14. Okay.
that. All right, so 11, 19.
19. Okay. So you see the Mephits and you hear them chittering at each other. You understand them, but you guys don't. But it's just sort of like, and then I said to her, I told her she better get out of there. And she said, and then what happened? And then that kind of thing. Where they're
Typical
arguing.
guys talking.
You're
or,
just
like,
talking
we're
about
talking.
whatever. And you see them fly right past. And they go upstairs and you just hear kind of in the distance.
They're not the brightest, are they?
Well, they rolled a 6 and an 8. So they didn't do great. That rhymed. And I'm taking, you know what? I'm down
It's a
with it.
rhyme, not a pun.
So they left. They're gone. Now
So
there
we've
are
just-
4 sleeping goblins.
Do we want to tie them up and tuck them into cubbies?
We could.
So, like, get the others help. We can tie up the 4 goblins
Okay,
and stuff
yeah.
them into
So you,
cubbies.
you tie up some goblins and throw them into the little cubby holes. And they fit perfectly. It's just good. They're wide enough that you could get into them, but they're definitely dug by goblins. So yeah, you toss the little goblins into the little cubby holes. And they're still sleeping, having a good time. And you begin to go further down the stairs. And you don't see too much more for a while until you see, coming up the stairs, a literal brigade of those ice cubes. And they're
Are they,
they're
like,
marching.
Lined up real nice.
They're lined up real nice.
Like dominoes, like I just want to like knock it
Yeah,
over.
it looks like that, except they're ice golems. So
But
they're
they could go tuk 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 tuk
They could. They could.
if we push hard enough.
If you can push an ice column over.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well,
I'm not going to stop you from
what is
trying.
it, the 5 of us, including Wolf, we're gonna put.
Is Liamwood's tiny hut, is that airtight, waterproof?
It says atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of weather outside.
Like,
Let's-
if you cast that, say, in the water, will
It'll
it like float to the top?
probably
and
be
not,
a
you won't drown in
Big
it?
bubble of water.
Because it's leaf.
Right, but you won't. Well, I mean, like, is like what I'm saying is like, do you know if it's like sealed, airtight? Like, if you cast it, like there, and we kind of like jump into it, will we float to the top of the water, or will it just flow with?
It goes off of the ground, basically.
Oh.
So I don't think
And
it's not like a bubble that starts like in the middle of of the air. It's you go from the 10-foot radius from the ground into a big old dome.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Trying to think
Like
of
it's
options.
a cool idea, but
Yeah, I was just trying to think of options just in case.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But
But it is a bad idea because we'd still drown.
it'd probably be up to the DM's discretion.
I would not say it can float. I think it has to be
Yeah,
placed.
not airtight. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can recognize, but it's worth a shot.
It's
right?
worth. It
I'm
was
just
a
kinda
good.
like
It was a good thought.
trying to just
But
walk
I
in
would
and-
definitely say it needs to be
We
placed
can
on
try
something.
some
these.
ropes. We can try to hide again. We can try to push.
There's at least 10 of them.
And they're all lined up.
And they're all lined up real nice, like little ice cubes. And they're just coming up the stairs. Like Simon Belmont.
Well, I'll look expectantly
You know
at
what I
you
mean?
guys. Like, give me the
He wants
word.
to walk.
Tell me what we're doing.
Dude.
If I'll watch
I
them
mean-
if they start to hide
know.
or if they want to.
I kind of
push
want to
down.
try to push just because of shenanigans. Like, do you think we could try to hide and wait for them to go past and try to push the back one and see them fall and slide downstairs?
Well, if you could use prestidigitation and make one of the steps kind of like melty.
We could. Me and
Sure.
you together.
You think
we could
they'd
do that
like-
pretty
you
Or
think they kinda
I
like
read
slip?
somewhere that if a step is like even just a half an inch taller than it usually is, it causes people to trip.
Yeah,
Sure.
what I'm saying is like, could you use like prestidigitation and just kind of like change the
Yeah.
the
Could
state of the
would
thing
ice
and
be
see if
slippery
that'll-
for them? If
I
they're,
don't know.
you wanna,
Well, let's
What
find
if-
ice on ice is weird.
well, I mean, if it made it liquid, it melted it enough that it's liquid.
I will say this. Roll a perception. Because you can kind of see them. You see them coming. They don't see you yet, but you can kind of see them.
Oh, good.
27.
19.
So you see that as they take steps, you don't see nothing. You can see that as they take steps on the ground, it's like their feet like get stuck for a second. It's not like they're like frozen there, but it's just for a moment. It's just like,
Like they bond with it.
yeah.
Now that doesn't necessarily mean they won't slip on water.
I think
Because they
that's
get stuck,
exactly
they
what-
bond with, they temporarily bond with the ice, not if there's like a thin layer of water. If there's like thin layer of water, they might not be able to bond with the
I
ice.
don't know why I'm trying to say anything, because I didn't see this.
You see.
No, I tell you, like the bonding, like tuck tuck, and he can't talk anymore.
You
He's
see,
going,
Yeah, I know, I know.
you see like a fish on the outside of the ice pillar.
I'm just
It's
thinking out loud.
kinda- there it is.
It's really cool.
Metagaming.
There it be.
We could try to raise the step up enough so that it jars them that he might fall back.
It's up to you. I'll follow your lead.
I asked Glamour, does she have prestidigitation too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
definitely.
between the three of us, could we manage to like raise the step up, like so it's so
Yeah.
something wrong with the step and they
You
might,
can just make it weird.
yeah, try
You
to
make
make
like
a
a weird stare.
step
Okay.
and then back to the cubby holes.
Okay, so you make a weird stare.
We might have to, I might have to like push them over or something at the same time for that to work, wouldn't I?
I don't know. Do you want to stand in the middle of the stairs and push them over, or do you
I
want
wouldn't
to?
stand in the middle of the stairs. I'd get like a little running start, kind of go up to the top and just like. try to
Just
pound it
slide
from there.
down.
I'm sure that'll go really well.
Slide down like the dogs do.
Ooh, if I turn back into human, I could use fire spells and just turn those steps into a slide. That could be a thing.
I only have hellish rebuke and prestidigitation here, so
I'm just like, do that.
let's
That'd
melt,
be great.
Let's see how much havoc we can cause for the things and ourselves.
Well, maybe we can go up the stairs a bit to hide, so that way they don't, like, just above it, and if he looks like he's having trouble, then we can jump out and push it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
gesture up a bit.
I'll kind of position so I can really jump out, and if I have to, just like kind of charge him, just like.
Okay. So you do that. Okay. You make a weird stare. And then you two jump into cubby holes.
Mm-hmm.
And you prepare. And you see the golems walking up the stairs. Well, he doesn't notice the weird stare. And he walks, and you see his foot like go up, but then runs in to like the raised stare in a way that he didn't expect. And you see it go like, and it like looks down, and the other golem behind him runs into him, and then it just keeps going. And they're all like, ah!
Vaudeville music starts
Okay.
playing.
Okay. So then I'll just jump out and I'll charge him, and while they're doing
Yeah.
that, I'll just kind of tip them in the scales and get them to.
Okay, so you
Go in
go
another
and run
direction.
now. We're gonna roll a opposed strength check to see if you can
Can we
knock
see
him
him
over.
doing
The
I have to look up my strength.
bonus Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
You get an
Okay.
extra D8.
Bonus.
Well, no, it's like, do we see him do this so we can get out and try to help him push once he hits?
Yeah.
And you said Bardic Inspiration.
It's a D8.
Weren't very inspiring, by the way. Just saying.
Your one rolled
I heard how you said
Would he get advantage?
Bonus.
13.
Would he get
16.
advantage if, like, me and Gross jumped out, started pushing?
16.
It doesn't matter anyway. That's enough. I rolled a 4. So you jump out and you push them, and you see the goblins go like, wow, and they start like knocking each other over like dominoes, and they start kind of like
Breaking?
falling down the stairs, like ice cubes rolling downstairs.
Do they start breaking up?
It's
a little?
art. No, they don't. They're very solid.
They're very solid.
But
Cool.
you see them rolling down the stairs like cubes, ice cubes.
Are they taking anything out behind?
They're
them?
making the sound that like ice cube makers make when like the ice falls down. And you're like, ah, because it's 3 a.m. and it scares the crap out of you.
Everything's so quiet, and then that sound.
It's like, and you're like, ah, why?
If
That's what
I'm just thinking to myself, if only there was like a giant rocks glass with like whiskey down there at the end of the stairways.
And there'd be like a commercial. Be like, yo, ice hag whiskey.
Oh, that sounds gross.
Shout out to potential whiskey sponsors.
You're welcome. Ice hag whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll jump on one of them and just kind of like.
So you're gonna
fly.
write it down?
Yeah,
Okay,
just kinda write it down
it's
like a slide.
rolling down. Like it's not sliding though.
Oh.
They're like, that's what I mean. They're like,
So it'd be like.
yeah. You're like, oh,
Probably,
geez.
probably better off if I was a bear, I think, bouncing on the ball.
But they're not balls. They're squares.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
They're cubes.
So it's
They're not like that weird fridge ice cube shape. Sorry. They're perfect little squares. They're beautiful square golems. Okay, they're
Not perfect
beautiful.
anymore.
Not anymore because they're chipped. They didn't break, but they're chipped and they're beat up.
the guy in the bottom probably didn't make it, did?
Well, they all made it. They just go falling all the way
We're
down to the
turning
bottom.
into slushes. But they might have taken some damage going down the ice.
And they
like-
get down
plunging
to the
damage.
bottom of the stairs. No, they definitely didn't die. I can tell you that.
All right, so we just, the rest of us go down while he's. Are you still trying to run across one of them, or are you just?
No, I mean if they're like just ice cubes, they're not like sliding down.
Yeah,
they're
it's not
actually rolling.
fun sliding. It's like, oh no,
Well,
God.
well, now I kind of want to just like prick my ear up and listen to see if I see like hear anyone else like going like, hey, what the hell?
I mean, pretty much. That's essentially what comes up shortly after you hear like the ice get far enough down. Eventually, you hear someone be like, ah! And you hear like, ah! Screaming of like lots of goblins, and then you hear like, what happened? And like the stupid golems fell. I'm like, how did they fall? I don't know. You hear Methods be like, what's going on? And you just hear lots of like, ah! Like, you don't have to understand their language to understand what's happening. It's just a lot of like, ah, why?
No, you don't hear. I don't hear anything that's like maybe in charge, someone in charge, like a maybe an ugly lady, kind of like, what's going on? Who woke me up?
Just like, what are you yelling about? No, no, you don't. Just a bunch of chaos for now.
So, shall we continue to go down?
Seems to be our only course of action, so let's go.
Okay.
So you head further down, and you eventually walk in upon that scene. You see at least 30 of these little goblins running around. They all have little like backpacks on that are full of like stuff. You see some of the mephits are like trying to push the golems back to standing, and you see the golems are like all kind of wrapped up around each other, and they're like, this was my arm, not yours, and they're trying to get themselves back up. And amid the chaos, they have not noticed you yet, but there are, like I said, 30 of these little goblins running around, and there's like 10 of these mephits that
Is
are
there
just...
any, what's the exit situation? Is there...
So down here, as you've gone further down, now you're right, I forgot to mention that. As you go further down, you breach where you know the bottom of the land would have been. So like where the bottom of the water that you were coming out down on, the like hard sandy bottom, you have gone past down into that. And now you're in this area where it looks like the goblins have been digging sand to like get further down. And occasionally it looks like they get into patches of like really thick like dirt and ground and other kind of stuff down here. And more ice, of course. But it looks like they're digging downward.
Oh, so they're digging. They're looking for something.
The deep ice. But you can't say anything right now.
So there's chaos. They're all screaming.
No hag or anything, no exits.
You don't see any hag. No, there's no specific exits. Like I said, they're just digging down. And the goblins have like little backpacks, and they've got lots of stuff in the backpacks. But it doesn't look like any of the stuff that you saw up there. It looks like some of that stuff is mixed in with like mostly sand. And it looks like the goblins were gonna go back up with the sand.
Dump.
Yeah, pretty much. Seems cruel though, because they have to walk all the way down here.
Now I can see why they were out in the mephits and the goblins were arguing about carrying stuff up. Makes sense now.
So, do we want to try to just wipe them out, or see what they've got, or go back up?
Or keep going deeper? How much deeper does this rabbit hole go?
We are about at the bottom now.
Okay.
You're not at the point where like they're around at the bottom in this perfectly like circular thing that they're kind of digging out. So there's really nowhere to go from here. You, like I said, you can see that the goblins and the mephits and all that are just kind of down here. It's kind of, they've dug a little bit ways down further, but there's really nowhere to go from here. There's no branching paths.
I kind of like stick my paw, kind of like, and then just kind of like, kind of scratch out quietly a little magic wand thing. Just kind of like, expectingly. Scratch out a little magic
I look
wand.
at
I'm
the
like
other
pointing at it,
two.
and I'm like,
I look at the other two like
scratch out.
I'm gonna insight him.
Insight.
I rolled an 18, and I believe I have like a +2.
Okay, tell them what you mean by that.
Okay, so like, can you see any magic? Because there's magic wand, and I'm like,
Can you see any magic?
okay, so I do the Eldritch Sight.
So you don't necessarily see anything magic right away. Everything here, aside from, of course, the like magical components that they have, you know,
the few little...
that they have, like, it's nothing incredible, but there's definitely some kind of magical things. You don't really see any magical items, though, not outright.
Magical
Can
creatures.
I stare at the
Magical
sand?
creatures, yes.
Yeah, they're different colors. Okay, can I stare at the
How
sand?
far can you see with your magic eyes?
I have no idea.
With your special eyes.
I think it's just with the average sight. It's just you can cast detect magic at will without expending a spell slot. So basically, whatever detect magic.
Yeah. So
I didn't
yeah,
write that
you don't
down a
really
I think it's
see.
like 30 feet.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet, I think. No, you don't really see anything
They
out of the
haven't gotten
sand.
that deep yet.
No.
Yeah, no. It's
I mean, they're pretty far down, but they haven't gone so incredibly far yet that they've.
I don't think they've reached their goal yet. It's too far down still.
Because I really kind of want to wreck this place.
Well, yeah, we need the deep ice, and that's what they're going for.
So we're not going to wreck this place.
Not until we get the ice. Like, do we want to make camps in cubbies and wait for them to keep digging?
Wake up in the morning with a goblin in it.
No, just
Cozy
cuddle
up.
the
Just cuddle it.
goblin.
Hello, goblin.
He's just happy for some extra warmth.
He's okay with it.
I don't know, dude. I could probably like stealth up as like a blanket, so I'm fine. You know, I'm already covered in fur, so I just like.
It's a
He's
very
like a-
heavy blanket.
Yeah.
And it only lasts for
But
like
the trouble
an hour.
is we haven't
know,
ran
I know.
into the hag, so she's not in here right now, unless she's melded into the wall somehow.
She's like,
Actually, she's probably out there with the giants doing some weird, creepy thing with the burning body.
Yeah, but I'm going to hazard a guess that despite their vast numbers, these are going to be easier to fight than giants.
So you just want to fight
It's-
something?
well, don't forget the goblins.
The
I mean,
gob-
I'm sorry, the golems.
The golems, which are still putting themselves back together, but I don't have any spy fire.
Speed, fear. This flame sphere. Just
Yeah.
in the middle of the golems. They can't get away.
Yeah, no, that's my getaway. That's my getaway. I'm just gonna like melt.
I'm just gonna.
Stuff.
I just want you guys to know that they have magic resistance,
To
and
fire.
that's all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna say. While in contact with ice, the golem knows the exact location of any other creature in contact with the same sheet of ice.
Yeah, but magic
I didn't know that. I
resistance,
just
but
read
not
it.
fire- they're resistant to magic, but they're not necessarily resistant to fire damage,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I don't know. Are they? I don't know.
I don't know. Either way,
I mean, I know, but you don't.
yeah. I don't know. I can, regardless, I can turn these stairs into a slide if I have to, or just
pretty
melt, or
hilarious.
just melt the whole thing off. Just melt the whole thing away. That's not a problem.
All right, okay. The options. Do we want to go back upstairs and wait for the hag to show up? Do we want to try to go back to the giants? Do we want to try to kill all these things in this room and keep digging?
The golems have sort of managed to stand
Yeah.
themselves up at least. And the mephits and goblins are arguing again, like, "Wah."
We are running out of time.
Did they figure it out? Like, I don't know. Why did they all fall? I don't know. One of the stairs is probably messed up. Well, we should might go check that.
They're
All right,
coming
so-
to check.
Okay, you know what? Let's do this. I'm just going to turn back into a human.
Okay.
Bonus action. And I'm going to start out with a little create bonfire about.
I legitimately thought you were like, I'm just gonna go out there, and I was like,
No. I'm gonna
Time
create
to
a bonfire like a ways down,
okay,
some distance, and just kind of melt the stairs.
okay,
Just all in that. Just melt that whole area.
okay, yeah. So you melt the stairs, and you make like a little slide
Turn it into a slide.
in
yep.
an area. And so you hear them coming. So are you guys gonna stay where you are? Because you know that if they come around this bend, like completely, they will see you.
No, I'm gonna move back up, and
I
I'm gonna
figured.
like create some more fire and melt those stairs away. Turn
Okay.
into
Do
a
you want to
slide.
do that before or after we get up there?
I want to get, behind us. The idea is behind us. Yeah.
So
So-
all of you, so all of you travel back up the stairs a ways, and you start melting the stairs, and you hear the goblins and mephits kind of walking up, and then you hear like, ah! And you're like, what happened? What happened? You hear more goblins yelling at each other, more mephits yelling at the goblins, and then you hear the mephits like, ha! And you hear them
Mephits
coming
fly.
closer.
I did say that. Mephits fly.
But you don't hear anything else. You just hear mephits coming up the stairs. And the goblins seem to be arguing about like
How many mephits were there? There was like
10.
10. Oh, we.
I'll create one more like bonfire and just kind of leave it there to
Okay.
just kind of melt the stairs away completely.
Okay. So you leave a bonfire to melt the stairs.
That is
Completely.
extremely visible.
Below us. Yes, the bonfire is extremely visible. We're not.
And so
except
you
for,
do that.
You know, shadows and.
And you guys can keep running away. You guys keep going back up. I'm just.
You hear as the mephits fly up, you're like, well, okay, you don't speak mephit, you do. Well, do you? Because these mephits
I just.
These
Infernal.
methods speak Aquan and Auran, actually.
So
yeah.
actually, you
Is that primordial?
No,
Oh,
it's a different one.
that's not Aquan or Auran isn't a form of primordial?
I don't think so.
Never heard of that as a language.
It might be some kind of homebrew language, but who knows? No, I can't. Well, maybe. Who knows? Either way,
Because it's form primordial. I got you.
Aquan makes sense to me, though, because they're ice. So they're speaking that weird fish language at each other. And you see the methods coming up, and you hear them, like, their wings, like make that sound like they're hovering for a minute, and then you're all yelling at each other, and you're assuming they're near your fire, and they're all yelling about it. They're like, and they start flying faster. You hear their wings.
they get through the fire?
Well, yeah, they just fly over it.
Okay, like what's the distance between the spiral? Like if it's 10 feet, like,
It's 10 feet
Maybe
out
that-
this way.
yeah. And it's how high is it between
How high is
each
the
level?
bonfire?
Well, it's 5-foot cube, so
Yeah. It's
like 10
taller
feet?
than that. If the stairs were only 5 feet tall, you guys would be like
yeah, we'd be kind of crouching down, I
hunched
guess.
over. They just fly over it or around it.
Okay.
The methods.
They
They're just
fly.
like,
Okay.
so they fly over it, and you hear them coming towards you. So I will say that you guys can reach the top of the stairs before they catch you.
And wait, there's still 2 at the top of the stairs.
There are still 2 at the top of the stairs. Well, they're 2 up a ways. You don't know if they're at the top of the stairs, but you know they went into the upper castle.
I say yes.
I'll just wait for
let's
them.
get
out.
into an open area where it's easier to fight.
All right. And we can kind of close off the way to any other passages. So we can do that.
Okay. So you all get to the top of the stairs. You don't see the other 2 methods immediately. You don't know where they are. And you hear the methods coming. So I will give you all one thing you can do before the methods reach the top of the stairs. So we'll start with you, Tucker. What do you want to do before the methods
What's
get
directly above the stairwell?
there? Nothing. It's just up straight to the top of the towers of the castle.
Any like towers or pillars or anything nearby?
There's like chunks of ice around. Like there's just because it's like jagged ice. You know what I mean? Like upside down icicles. You know?
Yeah, so are there any like
Pointed.
upside down icicles or something, like big ones that are like kind of over the...
Not really, because it's like this is the bottom and it's kind of going out like a big spiky thing. Like if something like erupted with ice out of this. Yeah, that's
There's
kind of what it
no-
looks
is it,
like.
Stalactites.
Okay, and there's no
Yeah.
pillars or like walls or anything near it that I can...
Not really. It's kind of just like the center is like empty and then it's just like an upside down.
Flowers.
Yeah,
looking
like
kind
it's like a pine tree. Kind of, but pointier and much colder.
Okay, so I'll just bonfire the opening, the center of the opening. How big is the opening? Wide?
Oh, it's like 10 feet.
10 feet? Okay, so I'll just bonfire the center of the opening so that
Okay.
when they come through, they gotta go through the fire.
Okay.
I
What
guess
are you gonna do,
there's
Lily?
nothing to do since you put a big fire over the hole, so I'm just gonna prepare Eldritch Blast and wait for the first
Okay.
one to push.
So you hold your action with an Eldritch Blast ready to go. Artir.
I'm going to use my Mantle of Inspiration. You become real pity. You see what my thorns would look like if they were fully grown.
If I was a big kid.
Yep, if I was at least 65.
There it is. Okay. When I grow
Not
up.
triple digits yet.
Nope.
When I
But then I
grow
give.
up-
I'm going to give you, me, Glenn. I think I can do 4 people now, because my charisma mod. And I'll give you 5 hit points. This is 10.
Okay. All right. So the methods arrive, but we're gonna roll initiative first. So let's do that.
Oh no, I'm 5th level, so it's 8. It's 8 10 hit points.
8 temp hit points? Okay.
Yep.
8.
We could take 1 attack.
Okay. So let's roll initiative. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
I still have an
Let's
action
get it done.
because that was a bonus.
That'll be a 12.
12. Okay.
Nice.
3.
3.
I rolled a 1 plus 2, 3.
15.
Okay. Let me write that down. So you got what did it do? Okay. 15.
Mhm.
3, 12, right? Okay. So we're gonna make you green. Other green. And you can be Cheeto dye. There we go. All right, and then the methods. Okay, well, that's the last two. No, they're actually before you. Okay, and then Glam and Groz. Oh my God, Groz is going first. And then Glam, actually. Okay, so Glamrenith and Groz. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to set this up this way. We're gonna say that this is the center that they came out of. It's not there. You can walk on it, but we're just gonna say you can't for now, for easiness sake. So Groz is gonna be here, and this one's purple, so it's Glamrenith right now. And we're just gonna put these in here.
Let's just drop a bunch of dunk.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just so the methods are coming in.
And this will be my fire in the middle there. They
Yeah.
gotta pass through it.
All right. So Groz is going to take a swing at the first method that comes up.
I'm gonna be over by my
After
spellcaster
it
friend.
rolls,
Through the fire.
yep, which has got to save is a 14.
It's a kitty.
14.
14. It does not save. So roll your damage.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. So it flies through and Groz goes to hit it. You can also roll because you held your action to attack when it came out.
I still have an action, so
I'm just gonna use the
my
one.
my mantle is bonus.
Bonus.
So
Okay.
I,
Nope, I
I
don't
have
hit
my
it.
action as well. too.
Okay. What'd you get?
12.
12. That is enough. It's a method. Not that hard to
I'm
hit.
gonna be trying to shoot my bow.
Okay. Roll.
Okay, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
That is a 16 plus 6.
That hits. Roll damage.
Is it D8 plus 3? 4.
4. Okay.
I rolled a
So
1.
between the three of you, you managed to take one down. You see the
Oh,
method?
that didn't. That was in my attack too. I don't still have an action.
Did you hold it?
No, it's just because I'm just maintaining concentration, so I can still take an attack.
So I mean, did you hold your action too? Because they held their action for when it came up.
Oh yeah, but I didn't declare it, so I won't.
Okay.
Be out that one.
So Groz, between all of you and Groz, you managed to take the first one down, and then Glamrenith is going to cast Vicious Mockery at one of the methods. She's like, "You just look stupid," and the method fails.
That, and if she's at least level 5, it's 3d4.
Oh, 3d4, isn't it? I rolled.
What level is she? How's it 3d4?
Or not 3d4.
It's 2d4.
3d4. I'm like,
Level 11.
she's like level 47.
Respect.
No. So she does some damage to it, and you see the method like. Why would you say that?
Little tear. Just a
Why would
little
you
tear.
say that?
Frozen tear.
There's one tear.
That's so cold.
Okay, Tucker, it's your turn.
All right, so they're within like 5 feet of these methods coming up, right?
Yes.
So theoretically, I can get sneak attack bonus if I get an attack with my crossbow. Cool. So anything that comes out, I'm just gonna fire at it. Is there anything coming through
Yeah,
the
so
fire?
I mean, there's one there. Oh yeah.
Any 18 plus 6?
Oh yeah. Their AC is 11. Let's make this short.
Okay. Yeah. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okay. All right. So you get one pretty good with your crossbow.
And it passed through the fire. Did save.
No. Yes, it did save.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not 16. Okay. So then we would go to Artir.
Okay. I'm gonna do another little bow.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
No, that doesn't hit.
No.
Your feet got too cold. So now the Mephits get to go. And
It's all sit back while she counts out all the dice.
Don't forget, as they pass through into the opening, they still got to roll.
everybody, as Mephits, hold on, erupt out of this hole.
All rolling to see if
Yeah,
they...
I'm getting just
I'm-
wait a
I'm
minute.
just burning. I'm just burning to find out
I
how
know,
many
I'm
of them
gonna
catch on fire.
Burn you. Just wait.
With
Now the ice dragon's gonna bust through.
Now the ice dragon's here. You see what happens? Okay. What's the save?
14.
14. Okay. 3 take damage. No. Yes. I can count.
Any of them get damage?
3.
They all take 10 points.
10 points. Okay. I'll remember that. The Mephits come flailing out of this hole. This is an especially beefy Mephit. It's still a Mephit. It's just especially beefy.
It's
okay?
a Mephit. it's a man fit.
Oh God.
It's been drinking
It's a
its
manly
protein
fit.
shakes every day, made out of goblin. Yeah, I was like, oh,
I was like, something's wrong.
and I was like, they all really, really hate Tucker.
No, I was legit like, something's wrong. What's wrong? Okay. Are you ready?
No.
Okay. You should be. It's going to be real good. Everybody, make a dex save.
Nope. 4. Nope. New dice.
Not rolling
No.
that one again tonight.
Okay, no. Well, we'll give you one more shot. No. Go away.
12.
12.
We're gonna use rainbows.
If you got a 10, you passed.
No.
If you got under a 10, you fail. If you passed, you take half of this damage. You take 5 damage, and if you pass, you take half of 5, so 3.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I still have temporary hit points.
Yeah, we still have 3.
As they all just and spray ice breath everywhere.
Dragon was colder.
Then
was.
I can't vicious
you
mockery, but I
see
can
the
yell at them.
Mephits. Actually, no, that's not going to happen yet. So anyway, so the Mephits all do that. Now we go back to actually.
I haven't
wait a
gone yet.
minute.
Because my
No.
first action was a hold action.
No, wait a minute.
I got a 3. I got a 1. I rolled a 1 plus 2.
Roll the dex save again because I forgot everybody has 2 Mephits. And I don't want to roll d20s 4 times. I'm just going to be lazy.
No.
Still passed it.
Passed it this time.
7.
Take another 3 points of damage or
I
half, so
passed?
2. If you passed, you take half.
Cool.
So 2.
1 temp
So
hit
2.
point.
Yeah. Okay. Because I just don't want to roll all that shenanigans. That's too much. And then it is Lily's turn.
So since there's 2 in front of me, I'm just going to Eldritch Blast them. I get 2 shots. 1 misses. That was a 1.
Okay?
And the other one's 16. So big beefy. Gonna take 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
Nice.
He's looking pretty injured as he was one of the ones that failed the fire. Okay. Now we go back to Grosk. Grosk says, oh, no.
Not in my house.
Not in my house. And he destroys the thing.
Yay, fighters.
Almost. He smashes it real good. Glamrinith says, no. And she casts Vicious Mockery again. It fails again. She's just really good at it, is the thing.
I don't know. I think she's just kind of lazy
it
when it
takes
comes to coming out with insults. She's
5
like,
damage. She's just like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then Mephit's like,
But it's that like popular, like pretty girl kind of, that
and you're like, oh,
just cuts.
jeez. All right, Tucker.
Cuts really
All right,
deep.
so let's bonus action shillelagh.
Okay.
Bring out Miss Shillelagh.
Okay.
And let's just like come down on top of one of the messages, like, "Rush,
Okay.
me Shillelagh."
Okay.
Not if you keep saying it like that.
What?
My rapier's coming straight for you.
See?
I mean, I totally accidentally shot you with the
oh
short bow.
no.
I don't know. Does a 10
With my
hit?
Nope,
+1
it's 11.
longbow.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll
denied.
hit. You shoot him
It's a
across the
denied.
whole yard.
Yep, very close. Don't
And
forget.
Boom! And I just fall right through.
It's 'cause you
just,
were saying
slam on the
shillelagh.
ground. Yeah.
And so-
As I do it, shillelagh.
Oh. Okay. So Artier, what you want to do?
I can't really use my bow this close, so I'm gonna try and stab one of them real good with my rapier.
Okay. It's an 11.
That's yeah, that should. It's a 9 + 5.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
So that is a D8 plus 2. So that is 7 damage
7 damage. Okay.
to the hooded one.
To the hood, the evil-looking one. Okay. So you
Both
give him a
evil.
good stab. All right. Now it's the Mephits. Now, the Mephits are all going to do something very special that Mephits do. And I think you know what Mephits can do. I don't know what you guys know what Mephits can do. The Mephits all focus for a moment. And it looks like they're trying to cast some kind of spell. And we're going to do something. So let's see. No. 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 Wait for it. Hey. Okay. So
It's like a bad dice-driven thing of spin the bottle or something.
these Mephits, as I'm going around this way by you, Artier,
Oh.
Oh dear lord.
you see him look excited for a moment. And 3 more Mephits pop up.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
I'm just one little goat. Bleh.
I get
No.
something at 6th level that can help, but right now I can't help you. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't have shatter. I don't have any attack spells.
Hey! Okay.
I don't have any mass spells. So I remembered something.
You can at least hit 2 things at once.
Yeah.
I can't.
Okay. Trying to melt this mother down. Where's the
That felt
doorway, by
good.
the way?
Like over here.
Okay. Good to know.
You know what? I'm just glad it worked twice. That's what, it's a 25% chance. And it's good. 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 Okay. So we go back to Grosk.
I haven't gotten there.
Oh, you're right. Lily. I'm sorry.
Sorry, just again, these 2 in front. So this is Big Beefy. That's 12. He's going to take 12 damage.
Okay.
And the other
Oh,
guy.
wait. No, he's dead.
Yeah. Whoops. Well, the other guy, that was a 19, and he's going to take 13 damage, taking max damage.
Okay.
So this guy took max damage.
Yep.
And he's pretty much right up on me. I can't move.
Oh, yeah.
right?
He's like right there.
Yeah, because this is invisible. So see.
He's right there.
So I just kind of wait.
Like, hey.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
fix the wrap.
Okay. Now we go to. That would be Grosk. Grosk sees all the new elementals, or new Mephits that have arrived, and he's like, oh.
I shall smack thee.
And he smashes one into the dust.
These don't do anything when they're killed like the
These
other.
ones don't explode when they die.
That's what I was worrying about. And like 10 of these, oh my god, we're screwed.
No, these ones. Oh, no, they do. Ah, I'm glad you reminded me. Make a dex save, you, ma'am.
I have no dex. It's a 9, 11.
4 points of damage. And then one by Grosk.
Does that hurt the ones near them?
I don't think it hurts. The,
No, it doesn't hurt the other ones. And then Grosk takes 4 points of damage from one exploding. And Grosk leans and he says, "They explode."
That I can't get away from the. Well, I could.
Now
I
we
might.
go to Glenn Renniff. This is great, good. I'm glad this is what we're doing. I'm
I'm
glad
sitting
this
there
is what's
brushing dust,
happening.
ice off my face.
And she hits one with her rapier. Rapiers are D6, yeah?
D8.
D8, okay. And she kills one. Unfortunately for her. And she makes her set. She doesn't have any problem with that. She doesn't care about their explosion. And she takes 4 points of damage.
Go ahead and brush your shoulders off, Glamour.
She's like-
Go ahead and brush your shoulders off.
Whatever. Tucker.
All right, so let's I was trying to debate. Do I want to do like Moonbeam or Flaming Spear?
When
or
do I
like
go?
Ice Castle.
You went.
No, you,
I
You're
haven't gone.
next.
Yeah,
I go
you and
before
the-
Tucker.
Oh, you're right. You do go
You-
before.
You do
I'm
go.
last.
Oh, you're right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
15, 12. Yep.
You're right.
Good call.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
I've got a lot of
Should be
methods on
sorry
the
to
field.
me. You got my hopes up.
Well, you'll have your turn soon.
Yeah.
Think about what you want to do.
Okay, that's a base 17, and
That definitely hits, yeah.
I do. I'm gonna try and stab the same one again, and I hit him with a good old 3 damage.
Good old 3 damage. Okay. Wait. Not yet. Soon. Soon. Okay. Now, Tucker.
I debated Moonbeam, but you know what? Castle made of ice.
We still need to
Flaming
get to the
Spear.
deep ice.
Fire. Yeah. Fire.
If we melt it, we can't get to the deep ice.
Moonbeam, the thing's next to me. I don't.
Actually, the great and powerful, all-knowing Greg didn't say anything about deep ice. He just said, check out the.
Yeah, but we already know we're collecting elements from the hags, and we know there's deep ice. Or we know you didn't stay and listen to the giants.
Oh, you're right. I didn't know. Okay, so Flaming Spear.
Okay.
And,
But I've told you several times they're digging for deep ice.
Yeah, but you were probably insulting me at the same time, so I might have been blocking you out. Flaming Spear, right.
Just make
Right
a big
here?
hole in the wall.
Right in here.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here. And I guess that's concentration spell, so this goes away. Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you. Okay.
And I guess they.
Wow, that would hurt.
And, I guess when their turns go, they gotta make make a
Yeah,
saving
if
throw.
they stay in it, they gotta do the thing.
Yeah, because if I slam it right into them, they automatically take the damage. As
Yeah,
well.
but if they stay in it, they take damage.
But they won't. Yeah. Okay, so they won't take the damage until the end of their next turn.
Right. They'll take the damage if they stay.
Okay.
The idea is you use it to.
Get 'em
Well,
out of
the way I like to do is corral things with it, just like get over here,
Yep.
and they're all like, "No, stop." Methods. Okay. Now I know what you're thinking.
They want to summon more of them.
They can't. They can only do that once a day. But what they are gonna do is cast fog cloud. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fog clouds. So now it is difficult to see.
I'm walking in
For
methods.
everybody?
Everybody's got a method. Everyone's got a fog cloud because everybody's got at least one
Cast
method.
fog cloud. I
So
should've
you-
saved to cast Warding Wind.
Don't know where the method is, but it's gonna move. Well, this one's gonna stay because he cast the fog cloud. That one's coming up.
Does
on
that
him.
mean they can't see the fire?
What's your AC?
My AC is 17, unless it's.
So it tries to claw at you with its crappy little method claws, and it can't do nothing. Artier, you're about to have a real good time, my friend.
No, I'm not.
From methods.
I can't get away.
Look at all these methods. Look at all these chickens.
Walking in methods.
I'm gonna stab you.
Walking
your
with my
AC?
feet
What's your AC?
field.
14.
What's your AC? You get assaulted.
Walking
yeah, it's 14.
in methods.
Oh dear lord. 3 of those.
3,
Crap, I ain't taking
5,
any
6,
Potion somewhere.
11 points of damage.
Ooh. So I'm at 23.
That one doesn't attack you because it casts the fog cloud. And then this chaos happens.
When do I get a chance? Because I was supposed to go after Artier.
You cast.
You did.
the-
I cast fire. I did. I should probably pay attention before I say something stupid like that. Should probably do that. I'm just gonna shut up now. Sorry, guys. It's my fault.
And okay, Glamorna takes 4 points of damage. What the heck? Lily.
No, since can he see through the fog cloud too?
The Mephit? Oh yeah.
So that wouldn't.
They can.
With their special eyes. Well, I wanted to do Fey Presence, but I was going to try to move so I was closer to you to push these guys away. But if you can see me, I'm going to do quickly for this round. I'm going to try to hit this one and this one.
Okay.
So this one, 11, so that one doesn't hit.
Should have called.
11 hits.
Oh, 11 hits? Okay, I can't remember what this was. 12 damage
12 damage to the big guy.
big guy in front of me.
That's your second time hitting him, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And that's a 17, and then this one's taking 13.
Okay. All right. Now we go back to Grosk.
Wow, they have quite a few hit points.
They sure do. They sure do. Grosk tries to hit. Does. Because he's Grosk. He doesn't hit very hard, but it's a hit nonetheless, and I will take it. Glamrenith hits with her rapier, or attempts to. She does. She rolled a 20. Sad.
Is he cornered? Like, is that a
He
wall?
is.
That's
Oh
a
yeah.
wall right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's completely
Sure.
surrounded. And then we go to Artir.
Um,
Look at all these friends you have.
Really
the one
good.
that she attacked. Could I have seen that? Like the blow up of the Eldritch Blast hitting something?
You saw the outline.
Well, I'm going to use Vicious Mockery and say, you're gross ugly. It's a 15.
It worked.
It works on it?
You worked. You got him.
Okay.
You hurt his feelings.
Okay, that is a whopping 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. He's displeased by this.
I was hoping I would kill him.
Yo. Tucker.
All right. So, did this guy ever end his turn since in between me casting
He did. He passed.
this? Okay.
I rolled an 18.
Nice. Let's see here. Best way to save. Okay, so let's bonus action move this right here. Kind of like, I don't know if it's burning away or burning away the fog or kind of helping at all. moving
It
that.
doesn't affect the fog, but
I see fire.
you can. It's planted on all those men.
Right. So good. So the idea is just playing on all the men and
All the men.
yeah. Anyway, and risking this, I'm going to
Move away.
all the men fits. Sorry, I was calling them men for short.
I hit you with my attack of opportunity.
Okay. Well, and then yeah.
3
I guess
points of
I'll,
damage.
Well, since I cast that, move that. I'll
Isn't moving it a bonus?
Moving the
that is a
sphere
bonus.
is a
No,
bonus.
yeah. So I'm gonna shoot that guy out with my crossbow.
Oh, you're just gonna stay here?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
this
you-
round I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
Shoot that guy out with my crossbow.
Okay, he's in the fog. You're in the fog too, so disadvantage.
Oh.
It's only 11.
11. I
Okay.
hit 11. Got 11 exactly.
And he gets, no, you don't get sneak attack if it's at disadvantage.
Yep. It cancels out your sneak.
All right, so that'll be 8 points of damage.
Okay, that
Piercing
was one of the
damage.
ones that took damage.
Yes, it
So
was.
E8.
And I slammed it into them, so
Oh,
they have
that's
to make saving
right.
throws.
Artir, make a deck save. One
No, I didn't
explodes.
slam it into him.
Well, no, I still.
No,
I
not
still,
you.
Oh,
The method
right. I'm
died.
sorry. Whoops.
That is a dex save, so that is a good old 16. I'm good at dex saves
Okay.
when I roll high.
And
Where
these
the
guys
heck-
have to make deck saves too.
They do when it's their turn.
No, I
Uh,
slammed it into him.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. 4 damage from the explosion.
So is that halved already?
2 then.
Okay.
If you passed. So you blasted into these 2. They 2 fail, 1 passed. Roll your damage for your frost.
All right.
Fire.
Which one is
Fire.
Which one passed?
Yes.
Or failed?
All of them. Roll it quick.
Oh, both sixes. 12
Ooh,
points.
12 points. Okay. You take out 2 more. Hey, make 2 more saves.
Sorry, Artir. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm actually trying to help you. I
2
know this
more
sounds
saves.
like bad helping.
Well, that's a 14 and another 16.
Okay, so those 2 pass. So you take 6 points of damage. That's halved.
Okay. So I am now. What is 21 minus 6?
Yes. So we're gonna have to stop there. So next Friday, we will find out
If I survive.
if Artir in particular will survive the Mephit battle. So
He's going to survive. I got him.
He's
I got
gonna
this,
make
guys.
it.
Don't
He's
worry.
gonna
I got
make
this
it.
guy.
He's
I got
gonna
him.
make it.
Saving him. He's going to make it.
So
I can
thank
heal
you.
myself.
Going to make it.
So thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night, and may the dice ever be in your favor.
Bye.